seem to do really well with it. They took down, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. From JFSH1,
JF
yeah, yeah, for that team.
178.
Yeah, they took down that team, actually. They 2-0'd them.
Okay.
Um,
JFSHF178. Moxie, how dare you
I'm
get
so sorry.
that?
Jefferson 178. Yeah.
Yes, yes. That is the
Uh,
correct pronunciation.
but I'm just concerned how they're going to win these lanes, right? Because Chaos Knight is not a hero that plays from behind.
I do think CK is a pretty good hero against Legion and lane. I mean, it is strange to see a CK get picked into a hero that is built to clear illusions.
And also can purge
However,
off his stun.
yeah, I'd purge off the stuff from somebody else, but Legion is very susceptible to kill lanes, to lanes that just kill her. She just sits there and trades with you. She sits there and sustains. So, if they put 3 heroes in this bot lane ever to try to kill the Legion, like, she will die. She probably will die.
But if you send 3 heroes down to that lane, you got a gyrocopter who's going to be able to free farm, which is not something you ever want, especially because, it's going to be Eurus on that gyrocopter most likely. And then whatever Ori's on is just like you put so much into that lane to take down a Legion commander. It doesn't seem really worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm more thinking like if I don't think you want to try lane. I think you probably just want to like rotate the tiny there with like a TP and then head towards mid, going like a warding mid, some sort of thing like that. Kind of like we saw in the last game where the tiny was Immersion was pretty active on the tiny. He was like running between the lanes.
Yeah, hats off to him. He was trying to make a lot happen with not a lot of resources.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That was a hard game to make things happen too. I think Vici laid out their heroes pretty nicely. That it was pretty hard to make plays on them,
They
but
just didn't
he
have
he still found
damage.
some.
They didn't have like any damage, right? Because the Darkseer had a very difficult time in lane. He was very far behind, and Yang was just like a monster on the Earthshaker. Your Slark went back for a Midas, and then your Invoker is Quaswex. Like, you didn't have the damage.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Huh. Magnus Chaos Knight. I can't say I've seen this combo before
I don't like this.
because it's an illusion hero. So if only you could empower all of them, that would be
That'd be so broken. Oh my god.
cool. What
Absolutely
does
not.
what does the Mag Ags do now? Wasn't there a while that it made empower AOE or something like
Yeah.
that?
That Lich with that Empower. Ooh,
But
that.
yeah, that would be sick with the Scotty talent. No, but now it's just the Q makes the shockwave a little bit longer. Some
Yeah,
stupid.
it's ugh.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Ban the Ember. I think Ember's a pretty good ban. I mean, VG have last pick, so whatever Team Spirit's picking here for the mid lane is gonna get pretty countered.
They need some sort of space creator, I think is the issue. I do know that Aragon was playing some Lone Druid during their last tournament that they were a part of. I don't know if that's something that they might want to try to make use of here. Just because
Shrek is banned. Lena's still decent. Oh, Timber was a good ban.
Timbers, yeah, they have a lot of
That's a
chonky
good
boys
ban.
over here.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely. And maybe that means that Tiny is mid if they're banning Timber, or they have a last pick mid such as like Kunkka that they want to pick. It's not a bad Kunkka game. Kunkka Mag pretty good. I think Kunkka does generally pretty well against Gyro, and it's Pangolier. All right,
Okay, all right.
Bloodseeker pick Vici.
Yeah, it's still there. It's actually in the pool. They could go for it.
So Bloodseeker safe lane. I think that would do very well against this Mag dual lane. You could a Bloodseeker mid versus either a Mag or a Pango. They have a lot of options. I think the mid and the off lane are very punishable from Team Spirit. I think Vici can pick whatever they think is best for the game. I mean, it's not a bad OD game either. I think OD would dumpster this game, but it is a little slow. Maybe
I
Vici
want
wants to play
something
fast.
faster tempo. I want to see something. Or is so good on these heroes that can make things happen, right? Like
There's still
tempo
Lena.
controlling. There is the Lena. I'm not sure if I really like it. I like this though.
Oh boy.
Last
Okay.
pick Huskar. I really like this
Uh
draft from Vici. I feel like Team Spirit.
Immersion is playing Pango.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting. And
It's a tiny
Ghosted
mid.
Mag, ILTW. Okay, okay.
I still think
Uh,
that's not great, unfortunately for
I
Spirit.
I think I think the tiny matchup for Huskar is
It's
probably a little bit
better.
better, yeah, for the tiny. Like it's than it would be for Pango. I think if you send Pango mid, CK Magnus, these heroes are going to get dumpstered. There will be no game because Huskar will just do Huskar things, which is
Yes.
kill every tower and take Rosh and be level 12 when everybody's level 7, and then you lose. So I think Tiny is he still should get dumpstered by Huskar, but
I mean, who doesn't really get dumpstered by Huskar right now? Like,
Lena's pretty decent because you just have the range and you stun him if he comes up and maybe you can kill him. There's not many.
there's
There's
not
not many
many. Yeah, he's
heroes.
definitely a lane dominator, which is why he's so powerful. I don't know. I feel like Team Spirit, they have stuff that, like, the only person that's able to scrap is Tiny. Everyone else has a very high cooldown for, their big spells. And Vici Gaming is just, they're literally designed to scrap, to take little kerfuffles here and there and just start taking the advantage. I'm worried
Yep.
for Spirit here.
Spirit does have good team fight though. If they do force Vici to fight around their abilities, their team fight is good. But you are fighting into a gyro, into presumably a very farmed Huskar. So if Spirit can stop this Huskar, stop the bleeding on this Huskar pick a little bit, I think that when they take fights around their ultimates, it will look pretty good. But other than that, you got to avoid fights.
Well, they're definitely excited about ILTW's Chaos Knight. I mean, it worked in their other matches, for sure. So, maybe
Dude,
this is it. Maybe he's a godlike CK player, and we're about to get owned here, Jenkins. I don't know.
look at this Chaos Knight cosmetic, the little head that he has. That is the least ominous thing that I've ever seen. It's like this hero's supposed to be scary looking.
Maybe he's supposed to be more like the Headless Horseman.
Is that right? Like, is his head meant to be that small?
I don't know.
He looks like Chen.
Let's
He
see.
looks
Let's
like
go.
a small Chen.
Yeah, he does have a very tiny head.
Come on. Maybe that's why they're tipping him.
I doubt that, but that would be pretty
He's
funny.
embarrassed that his head is so small.
Why would you do that to your own team?
They're
Laugh
trying
at
to
him, just be like, "Hey,
pump him.
baby head, baby head." Like, that's so
Here's
rude.
a tip, baby head. Stop having such a baby head.
All right, well, DY, he's looking to grab someone here. Isn't going to be able to quite find it, though.
Another tri-lane versus tri-lane. They're tri-laning with a Magnus.
This
Tango,
is
Mag, Lich.
this is a horrible idea to send a tri-lane down here. You got to send, like, your Lich somewhere else. There's no way. Yeah, Misha's already crawling
he's
back
just-
here. Yeah, he's going to TP
Okay,
back.
he TP top. I see.
Because Lich is just food down in this lane. There is no way that he gets anything done. You just start off with a good disruption, follow up with an arrow.
Oh, nice. Immersion with the big brain plays. He's going to cut the wave. He knows how could you possibly deal with this tri-lane? And because he's cutting, Miranda just heads towards the top lane. Hits the arrow, but Yang is too low.
Yeah, they don't have enough damage just yet. Although Misha's already pretty low on mana, does have himself a Clarity and 3 Mangoes though, so.
Miranda just has a Bassi. Bassi 3 Tango.
Oh, Bassie's so good though.
It is. But if you do get harassed, it can be pretty rough. And Misha's really trying to punish this.
Can he get the final hit? Oh, he jukes through the trees! Misha, he can't find him! Very close there. Very close. He's coming back in. Salve gets used though. It's a kind and generous Yang.
That hurts. I mean, that hurts Yang. Now he doesn't have a solve. If the CK goes for 1 kill attempt on him, he's...
Ooh, but the arrow connects over here onto Misha. Still not gonna go for it just yet though.
CK's chilling this whole time, top of the net worth, which is what you would expect. Yeah, now Yang is...
Now he's having some troubles, yeah. Does have himself that press the attack though. He's trying to lifesteal off of these creeps. Misha is nearby though. He's looking for that opening. One more hit. Can they finish up Misha? He thought that it was already done. Oh, at the last second though. There's that one more of those tiny little last hits and they get the kill.
Dangerous. That was dangerously close though. ILTW was like, oh man, I got creeps to hit, guys.
That was great. I always enjoy when they're like, "Wait, you're not dead yet? What?"
The Lich, though, he got it with the little tickle that he sent out there.
It
That
always
was
cracks
enough.
me up seeing supports like some of their last hits are like really silly, right? Like Crystal Maiden literally throws snowballs,
Coddle.
caught
I
on
don't
with
even
a
know
little
what he's
boop.
throwing.
Yeah. What do you think he's even throwing at them?
Honestly, I don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't want to know what that guy.
Ooh, oh, Ergon, he wants this courier. Ori is wise to his plan, though. He's taking a lot of damage from these creeps right now. Needs to be careful. He's got a couple stacks. The burning. He's committed now, Jenkins. He's got to just go through with it. And as this happens,
Oh,
bottom lane, they find a kill over
oh,
onto
he got
Vici.
it!
They do manage to get the courier, though. Are they going to be able to take him down? He's only... Oh, he's going to make it out alive, too. Insult to injury.
Good lord. And a Bassi on it. Whose Bassi was that?
Another
Did
Bassi?
Ori? Did Ori have a Bassi? That's pretty cool. 2 Bracer Bassi? That sounds alright.
Yeah.
Spam out your inner fire.
Can they get this
Cool.
kill? Okay, Mirana's making a rotation here. Arrow! Bam! Down goes Tiny. And the sword
I
in good
mean,
measure.
he wa- he was asking for it for where he was
He
positioned.
really was. And he had, some of those creeps following too, so it's pretty easy to set it up here. Eurus in position. They want to get the kill onto Immersion. They even have that missile as they take down the Pangolier.
Yeah, nice combo. Gyro missile into disruption.
The timing
Can't
was like
swashbuckle away.
perfect too.
Yeah,
It's very nicely done.
that's an interesting combo.
Isn't one that I've thought of personally. Yeah, you look at them. They
It's a weird
immediately
one.
turn around when that Shadow Poison comes out. They go, "Oh no, Shadow Demon is around." This is gonna be a difficult kill and can easily get turned around on us.
That hero feels like he can win any lane with the Shadow Poison. It's just so goddamn strong.
Ooh, the toss back under tower. Ori is taking a decent chunk of damage here. He's gonna be able to make it out alive though. This is a cool cosmetic. I don't think I've seen this one where he's all glowy like this.
Oh yeah. It's like the snake on a shoulder too.
It's awful, honestly. It looks like he's got like a specific buff or something. I don't know.
It does. It does.
Someday Dota's just gonna be all particles here, Jenkins.
Oh come on, Dota's already all particles. This
Oh, it's
game is
gonna be
wild.
worse. It's gonna be
This game
so
is
much
wild.
worse.
I'm waiting for Dota 3 where they remove cosmetic. They get like implanted into your brain
Oh
instead.
god.
Ghost Stick, 3 stacks. Oh, almost got the disruption.
PYW looking for a bounty rune. Was hoping to maybe get some damage placed over on the Lich.
CK, the real breadwinner so far. This boy is farmed.
Ooh, Yang. He's sitting very, very low right now. That Frost Shield does a decent amount of damage to him, but not quite enough to take him down just yet.
Good discipline, not going for that dive. Can sometimes be tempting, but there's this huge wave of creeps, man. So it's so much farm. That's more than a kill and farm.
Where did
Tiny's not even laning mid.
Where did Tiny go? Yeah, I was about to say he's only sitting at level 5 right now.
I think you have to get active in a lane like this because your presence is not going to be felt in the mid lane. So you may as well make it felt on the map then at that point. Ori, force the siege creep.
Makes it scary, right? Like, you don't know where the Tiny is. You can see there's a rotation coming out from Misha. He's throwing out the Frost Shield now over onto Aragon. I think he was hoping to maybe try to pull him in using those eyes, but not going to be able to quite do it here, so he's got to move back. And they find a kill on Immersion again.
Yeah, DY's there at the last second. I mean, he wasn't necessary, but it's cool to see that he's predicted that play. I think that's okay for Spirit. They just wanted to... Oh, look out. Tiny.
Just gonna toss him back. It's fine. And BB.
It's the arrow. I mean, it is level 1 Starstorm. That's not very powerful.
That's enough to frighten him a little bit. That was another thing. We talked about like last hits from supports looking like real dinky and not very impressive. Starstorm was always just so pretty. I always am surprised by how much damage it actually does.
Yeah, it does a lot. It does a lot. See, I've played on low video settings for so long that I didn't know that Starstorm looked pretty
Really?
until I got a better graphics card. It's like, oh my god, these These are stars. These are actual. This is an actual star storm.
Are there actually like several pros that don't bother turning up their graphics settings just because it's too distracting?
I think so.
They prefer?
I think it, the only thing is like there are certain things that you can't see the extent of them, like Sandstorm, if you don't have graphic
That's
settings
true.
turned up. So it's. Oh, that was.
Okay. We
Okay.
have duel online now for Legion. Bottom lane, they get the kill onto Ghost Stick.
Yeah,
Give
just
him the
goes to
old dot dot.
the second dot though. That's like a hollowed out dot there.
Oh, but the middle lane, they find a kill on Ori, but they do rotate 4 people in just to kill him. I think you're okay with that if you're Vici. They're still on the hunt though. They spot DUI. He's got to get himself away here. Immersion. Doesn't
love
quite
how
have that
active-
swashbuckle, but they do have the reality rift. They drop him back. The disruption coming through will slow them down just a little bit. CK doing damage to himself. I believe they should lose DUI here. Gonna be very surprised if he can actually make it out. In fact, all right, I'm very surprised. He manages to get out just in the nick of time. Legion's presence alone, making it too spooky for them to follow up on this.
Are you kidding me?
That is the new Legion commander, ladies and gentlemen. You are a press the attack. That is basically the extent of that hero.
You're basically a W, I believe.
Yeah.
That is what most offlaners are nowadays. Is just
Yeah,
just
this
a
is
W.
true. This is true. I mean, it's a good W though.
It is. It's a very good W. Ori's really diving deep here. In fact, you can see again another TP coming out from Misha. Young is in position. He's just slowly cutting his way through these trees. He wants a duel on Misha. Arrow comes through, doesn't connect. Is spotting out this courier though. Should be able to get the kill. Oh, they go and they fort and they're just going to take themselves a duel instead. That disarm though coming through. They actually don't manage to win it. They'll still get the kill over onto Misha. There's the RP getting used right into the arrow though. PYW, that Starstorm. As they push back again over onto Ori, they will be able to get that kill. Aragon, he's sitting so low, he could have almost gotten taken down. Does eventually pop as DY now tries to run himself away. Rest of the team, though, they've already gone and they've dropped the call down. Immersion, he's trying to run himself out from this missile. It's not going to be able to take it down, but we'll do a decent amount of damage. And now PYW, he needs to leap him. Oh, he's stuck on the ledge.
Stuck.
Can they get him? Immersion, he goes past it. At the last second, he
Triple
finds
kill.
the kill. Triple kill for Immersion.
Oh my god. Imagine if they had Pango ulti for that, or Lich ulti. That would
would've
be a
been something.
disaster. And Vici is diving like crazy. I mean, I really like the move to the mid lane. I think that's something that a lot of good teams are using these days. It used to be like a move towards the safe lane tower, but now it's like everybody knows the mid tower is so important. So it's a full 5v5 mid in a tier 1 game. That's what Dota has become.
There it is. Misha is taken down by Ori. Nice quick pick off. DY throws out the disruption. He's still chasing. I don't think you want to chase around a shrine though, but they don't know that it's down. Or do they? Because they're still running in. They want to find themselves this pick off.
I mean, Immersion has Swashbuckle Javelin as well as the ultimate.
There it is. Yeah, there's the ultimate. He's looking for
No,
it.
the bounce!
Oh, not quite though. He's just gonna have to use it, farm up some creeps.
Unfortunate that I mean, that's a weird ability to use, honestly. Like, there's a lot of places that you bounce that's like, oh, come on. That shouldn't bounce there. But,
Sometimes it really do be like that.
yeah, weird angles. Angles and things. How do they work?
Angles, exactly. Yeah. Ooh, DY. Danger zone down here. There's quite a few heroes on Team Spirit still lurking. They have a nice ward over here. We'll be able to spot them out.
DY just wants to get the siege creep. He just wants to kill the catapult man. Let a demon do his thing.
Look at them. They ping it out.
They're letting the
CW.
creep die on Spirit. The siege creep is dead. Okay. Well. Easy life for DY, I suppose.
Okay, Young. Spotted out by Tiny and Pango.
Dude, DY, look at this ward that he put. Oh, so nice.
Bottom lane. Oh, they find the kill onto Misha. Now Gyrocopter needs to get himself back here. PYW jumps right in with that Starstorm. Can he fight it off? It's not looking like he's going to be able to as they manage to burst him down. Double kill coming out for Eurus, and that's a completed drums pickup for him.
That Starstorm just wiped out all those CK illusions. I don't know
Yeah.
where Mirana got these levels, but he's sitting on level 7 now, so that's a max Starstorm.
Oh, and the haste rune gets picked up.
That's a
Or
little
did they
late.
manage to get the denial on that, actually? I think that was
No,
a
he got it.
denial.
He got it. So he's got a haste
Oh,
for the
okay, it's
next fight.
bottled. I was wondering, because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't see it active.
Marauder bottle. Yeah, I'm seeing this more and more these days. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. This hero wants to run between lanes anyway, and she definitely can use the mana and use the runes. So, makes a lot of sense.
Looks like Young's got his eyes on this mid tower. They'll pop the fort. You have Ghost Stick nearby, does have that RP. But they're gonna need some backup here. They're gonna need that damage. And look at Young, he's just posturing very far forward. They'll take down the mid tower and they're just gonna back off. They do spot out this Pangolier. Drums get popped. He's gonna go for the Rolling Thunder. The jump forward though will knock back. And there's gonna be Moonlight Shadow. Just making sure that everybody gets out safely at this point. Maybe hoping that they stick around. They do have a nice sentry ward over here, and they use the RP just on the Marana, so they'll take down PYW.
I think that's fine if you're Spirit. I mean, it is a Marana, but we talked about this, like, she's got some good levels. She's definitely a value kill, and it's hard to use the RP when you don't have a Blink Dagger. It's very similar to the Earthshaker, where you'd like to be able to use it like a cooldown, but it's not really realistic.
It's not quite the same, for sure.
Do have the armlet finally on CK, so he's a big boy, farming up with that Empower.
Yeah, I believe they got their armlets around the same time as well. Ori just picked his up. He's working on a BKB next.
Both of them are. The armlet BKB.
That's a similar build. It's what's gonna win. Who gets it first, though, is the question, right?
Who's it more important on? I mean, I suppose on Huskar, the only burst damage that really Team Spirit has is it's like CK or magic damage. So it's a pretty good BKB game for the Huskar.
For sure.
And the CK can really not burst through BKB because you can't Reality Rift until you get the talent. If you go for the talent, so. CK kind of needs it for gyrocopter spells.
I mean, ILTW definitely knows this hero quite well. He's doing very, very well with it. He's been on the top of the net worth, on and off, trading only with the gyrocopter occasionally. And Gyro, you expect him, right? You expect him to be pretty high up on the net worth anyways. So the fact that someone that, you know, it does have the Empower obviously giving him a little bit of an edge, but the fact that he's kept up so well is very good. Rosh is going to get taken, though. This is going to be very nice for the Huskar. Doesn't look like anyone's...
Spirits.
Yeah, they're just letting them take it.
They're not interested. I mean, I guess they just don't think that they can fight right now, but...
I'm waiting for Ori to get bashed at, like, the wrong second.
It can happen. It can happen.
I've
Sometimes
seen it
Rosh
happen.
can just bash you, like, 3 times in a row when you were expecting to armlet toggle in less than 2 bashes, and then you die. It feels very bad.
My
But then
favorite
again-
is when it happens in the pro game, and then you just see the pings come out from the player, and they're just so angry. Like, why? How?
Yeah. Mid lane?
PW.
Gyro?
Careful. Lane, yeah. Looks like he's going to get drawn in. Throws down the call down. They also do... Oh, they have the dust, though. They'll pull him right back again. Nice disruption, buying him a little bit more time. They win the duel. They go right back in again. They're going to be able to take down yours, but they'll take down ILTW, and it looks like Ghost Stick also gonna fall. That is
was nice.
RP on cooldown here.
Yeah, that disruption was a game changer because, I mean, it doesn't save the gyro, but that doesn't matter. It delays the fight for long enough that you get 3 extremely crucial pickoffs when you have an Aegis on the Huskar. So, I mean, this could honestly be high ground. If Vici's feeling, if they're feeling confident enough, this could be high ground. I mean, this is a really strong timing with Huskar.
Did
There's
you
no CK
see how
either.
fast they responded to the way that Young and Ori just ran in?
Yeah, they're very quick on the trigger with these like counter rotations. He just forwarded. Okay, Vici not looking to go high ground.
No, they're
Maybe
gonna just rotate up. They don't have any way to cancel out this TP anyway, so. Fine, he's out, no problem.
There's a lot of outer towers that Vici can still take. They, you know, 1 tier 1, 2 tier 2. So, I suppose going high ground at this moment is kind of like may as well play it safe. Mag building into a mech. This is a more common thing that you see these days. People going for tanky items on Mag and then an eventual blink when you think you need it. Uh-oh.
LTW, slow coming out. They follow up. They do have the duel to hold them into place, and they're gonna go. They use it. He's gonna get held though. Do they have enough damage to take down the CK? Yes, they'll win the duel, and the Rolling Thunder now is gonna just have to roll on out as Immersion joins back up with his team. Aragon's looking though. He's looking to see if he can get another pick off. They do have the vision though. I don't know. Do you take this? I don't think you take this without your CK. Start off with the disruption. In comes the arrow. A little bit too late. Aragon's going to be able to make it out. Go back around the corner. They're fighting into a chokehold. That's a little bit scary here. They're going to have to move themselves back, and they'll be able to get the kill over onto Misha, but a couple nice bounces does make sure that they're all sitting a little bit lower than I think they'd like to be. As they go, they pop the Shrine. Aragon going back in. He's going to get the toss off. Not going to be... Oh, that's just enough damage, though, coming out with the Magnus, too.
Yeah, they're all running a little bit low. I think when they have the pipe from the Legion, then this game's going to look a lot harder from Spirit. There's just so much magic damage coming from the side of Team Spirit right now that it's pretty hard for Vici to fight despite an AK gold lead. I think there's like a full pipe on Courier for Legion. Yeah, literally a full pipe. So they're fighting with the entire net worth lead is on the Courier.
I was about to say, I was very concerned because I looked at Legion's items and I was like, wow, that's doesn't make sense. Like, you should have way more than that. But knowing that it's on the Courier, okay.
Oh yeah, they had BKB and pipe on the Courier, and then solar components, solar crest components.
They have their eyes on Immersion. They open up right for the duel, followed with an arrow to jump forward, and that's more duel victory going over to Yang. 30 to be exact.
Duel's pretty cool. I think if you win the duel like right after it ends, it just still gives you the win anyway. I saw a Reddit thread where two people won the duel at the same time. Like, they both died at the same time. They both got wins. So this ability is like programmed kind of weirdly.
How long until Aegis expires?
That's a question I get asked in pubs a lot, and I don't know the answer. And people flame me.
Because I feel like it's starting to get to the point where they either need to use it or lose it.
Roshan may respawn in 3 minutes.
Thanks,
so
Jenkins.
It's got what? That means it has a minute left?
Something to that effect. I would like to see them take this tower with it, I think. They've got a fresh BKB now on Ori. They have to time it just right, though, because there's nothing worse than when you take an engagement and you go in for that fight and your Aegis gets reclaimed in the middle of it.
Yeah, that feels pretty bad.
Yeah.
Good teams, too, like, make plays around the Aegis timing, so you have to be really careful. I mean, you could bait it, too.
Okay, this is the BKB is getting delivered right now to ILTW, and he's got a double damage. This could be so good for them. Although they're going up towards Mount Doom, that's pretty scary. Rolling Thunder coming out here. Immersion rolls around in circles, manages to find himself this Marana, but ILTW is coming forward. He hasn't gone and used that double damage, hasn't popped the BKB just yet. The call down, forcing everyone away, and there's the jump forward. We've got the BKB out now on ILTW. Ori getting pushed back. There's going to be the RP coming through, so they're going to just keep chasing them down. There's a couple really nice bounces, and that's going to be the Aegis getting reclaimed, but they managed to get the duel, and they'll take down Ergo.
So CK still has the ulti. That's something. It feels bad to RP the Huskar. You can see that, like, they RP'd him. They didn't even try to go for him because he had the Aegis. And or did he have the Aegis? The Huskar did have the Aegis, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Huskar had the Aegis. It got reclaimed in the middle of that fight.
Okay, I see. Yeah. So they didn't bother going for him. They just BKBs, and they blow everything on the Tiny, who had just committed to the point that he can't get out of the fight. Yeah. There's no way.
Gosh, it feels like this game's so much further than 20 minutes in, just because of all the fighting that's happened.
Yeah, you would think that. Oh, top lane, Ghost Stick. Oh, he gets caught.
He's gonna go for it. Yep, the jump forward here. Ori stacking those burning spheres. It's enough to take him down. And the Rolling Thunder gets used. They have the dust, though. They might be able to go find themselves a return kill, as it looks like they should be able to get the kill over onto Ori.
Just had no BKB. So good timing for Spirit.
Yeah, he revealed himself here. That's a dead DY.
Really good timing from Spirit there, like understanding that, okay, his BKB is still down, because it was 7 seconds until it was up again. If you aren't timing that exactly, then you just assume that it's up again, because it's been quite some time. But they knew that they could kill the Huskar there. Vici does do a good job, though, when these things happen, is that they're splitting and immediately in the other lanes and pushing the lanes out. So the map still looks really good for Vici, despite 2 people getting picked off.
I mean, that's the thing that I really like about Vici's lineup as well, is that it's not a heavy committal sort of team, right? The only thing that, you know, I guess is fairly heavy committal is the Moonlight Shadow, depending on how you want to use it. Yang here, though, does need to be careful. Immediately gets slowed down there. Nice arrow coming through, but it's not going to be enough to save him. It's just a massive gank here coming out from the side of Spirit. But this is the other problem, is that they can't take an objective off of it.
It's true, but it does look like Vici is... well, I should say Spirit is doing a good job at making Vici bleed from the original string of pickoffs. We'll see if that can continue. It looks like they are trying to continue to make moves towards Vici, so... No smoke, though. They're just kind of farming out the Vici area. This gave them access to the enemy jungle. So I think Rosh is like the next play. That's where the game's going to end.
You think it's going to end around the Rosh pit?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Alright.
I think probably Spirit's going to buy out, and they're either going to take a fight and then lose the game, or they're going to take a fight, win, and then have an advantage. And then maybe the game will keep progressing from there with Team Spirit winning, but we'll see. Vici's actually smoked.
Yeah, I think they're going to find this Lich. Yeah. Misha, see you later. You're tanking the gank, buddy. Thanks for doing that for us, though. Get the dual damage.
Nice.
66 damage on Yang, you know, infinite scaling. It's a thing.
Yep. Vici doing Yang a service, making his game more fun. Hey guys, I get to be a hero. I'm not just a pipe.
Soon he's going to have a BKB, too. He's going to be a big boy.
Yeah.
God, look how destitute these position 5s are. DY's got boots, sentry ward, a stick, quelling blade. It does have the Aether. Okay, that's a little bit better.
He's okay. Yeah, he's having a pretty good... For a position 5, he's pretty stoked.
Lich's feels bad, man.
But Lich, most of his net worth is in sentries. Like, legitimately, he just had 7 sentries. That's
literally what we said,
500, 600 gold.
They've got a Mirana. They've been very good about placing vision around. He is just non-stop buying these sentry wards and having 0 net worth, and because of that, he doesn't have as much impact as he possibly could.
Yep, this is when...
It feels like we've returned back to the days of, like, very poor position 5s, I guess, depending on how you play it. Like, even Coddle, though, right? Because his whole kit, he doesn't need a lot. He needs, like, a Force Staff and, like, Tranquils, and he's pretty much good. He can just cause havoc in a lot of these fights.
Yeah.
But we have a smoke coming through here. It's gonna be Misha tanking the gank again.
My God.
Better. Oh, does get a couple nice bounces here, but they'll get the duel anyways. Oh, arrow manages to land over onto the Chaos Knight. Can they CC him hard enough? Oh no, there's gonna be the BKB coming out. They've got their eyes over here. Can they get this kill? Yes, they'll take down. And now that RP looking real nice. They don't have... Do they have any more detection? Yeah, they'll be able to go. Toss up into the air. DY is going to get taken down here. Legion sitting very low. Actually does fall at the last second. And now they're going to try to chase after Aragon. They popped the double damage. He had it bottled up. Can they get there in time? They're going to try. He's trying to get these bounty roots too. He's going to go down swinging. And they will take down the Tiny.
So this is when he wishes that he went for the Blink build. Just blinks past, gets both bounties, but... Does get 1 bounty. That's, at this point, 90 gold each, so it's actually worth giving his life if he gets a bounty run. Which is weird. Dodo's weird.
This Rosh is going to respawn in 20 seconds.
It's been a long Rosh respawn. I think if you're Vici, you kind of hope that after one... Like, both of these smokes were with the intent of going for Rosh afterwards and taking control for Rosh. So, it'll be up soon, though. Wasn't to no avail. Or he's just sitting and he's like, what the hell is going on right now?
He knows it's coming up soon. There it is. Patience to those who wait.
Sometimes you just think in Dota, like, there's like, quote-unquote pseudo-randomness, you know, where Rosh is just more likely to spawn at the end of the cycle.
Pango has the Rolling Thunder. Immediately, go, throw him under that disruption. He gets the Rolling Thunder off, though. He's going to be able to get himself out of the situation. Yes, he rolls up over onto the high ground. BKB is going to get popped. They want to finish off this Rosh, and they're going to jump forward. They get it. The Dire actually is going to be the one who takes it. It's going to be taken by ILTW, as now they manage to go throw out that disruption. They're waiting here. Young, he's trying to get out. He's going to get dragged right back in again. That is looking so good for Spirit as they get themselves another kill.
So it looks like we are in the latter of the two scenarios where Team Spirit won the fight. Vici had a kind of Rosh throw, which happens in Dota,
Oh yes.
but
Keeps it
with
interesting though, right?
I actually think with that happening, I feel like Spirit has a really strong late game lineup against Vici. I think with that Rosh going down, that's the snowball nullified. I mean it's Vici Gaming, so you got to be careful always, of course, but I think Spirit's looking really good to win this one with that.
I think they're gonna have to be very careful with the way that they play with their cooldowns here on Team Spirit, right? Because if they take one big fight and they use everything and they don't manage to get those key players, they're gonna be back up against the ropes. They don't have a large enough lead where they can, afford to have those kinds of risks.
Yeah, I mean definitely. They do have the Aegis, which is some net worth that's unspoken, I suppose. DY going on the CK. He does have BKB.
This is spooky. I don't know if you go in on this. Yeah, there's so many people around him. Well, gonna try to just chip down ILTW. That's gonna be the Aegis. Rolling Thunder. Gonna be able to roll around. They have the BKB though, and they're gonna go for the duel. And he is BKB'd himself on the CK. Should be able to actually win against this Legion if she's not careful. Nice RP coming through. That fire pushing back. Ghost Stick will get taken down. They've used the dust again. Couple of nice bounces here. Are they gonna be able to get the kill onto Yang? They will be able to, but they'll also lose Misha, as now the rest of the team trying to chase after them. They need to maybe, they're out of drum charges. Can they get the kill on ILTW? They managed to at the last second, as they're gonna chase after Ergon. He's trying to juke, he's trying to move, make circles, just doing whatever he can to try to get out, but it's not gonna be enough. He will get taken down. That's a triple kill now for Eurus.
Really nice kiting in these fights from Vici. Also, like the BKB on the LC, that was the 10-second charge, so he
How do we
dueled the
not
CK
have a
there.
Force Staff?
On Vici?
Yeah.
Let's see. We have an
The
Ether
kiting,
Lens on
no, they
DY.
don't. They just kited him so well. I mean, granted, Shadow Demon
like-
has the ultimate, right?
Yeah, it's like
for
the
kiting, but-
ulti and the disruption and the pressy attack and BKBs, Moonlight Shadow. It was just hard for Spirit to do anything there with those BKBs. Like the
they're not
RP was
actually-
beautiful, but it wasn't. It just isn't enough. I mean, it's a CK. What does a CK do in the RP? It's like if he doesn't have his illusions.
I feel like
I'm
it's
not-
also it's a lot with the combo here with Misha on the Lich, right? I think Misha threw out the Chain Frost a little early.
Yeah, definitely.
If he had waited maybe just a little bit longer, they might have been able to do more damage, maybe clean up more in that fight, but unfortunately...
It's hard as a pause 5 though, because you're like, okay, I'm gonna walk in here and die, so I just kind of want to get my stuff off.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to judge. But still, I mean, still looking good for Spirit. I think like this is by certainly no means like I think Vici took that fight just because that's just one of those team fights like happens to go well for you. Like you either outskill them or it's like a BKB reveal. Sometimes that just happens in Dota. I think Spirit probably should have won that fight. If we did that again, maybe they would. But I think Spirit are still not too upset. I mean, it's still only 3k gold lead for Vici. Like the gold lead has actually gone down since that fight.
It feels a lot closer than the first match that we witnessed, that's for sure. And they do have a gem online for the Pangolier, so that Moonlight Shadow is not going to be as effective unless they can manage to get it away from Pango.
Maybe that's what was the big factor in that last fight, was just Moonlight Shadow and having
They had
no
so much
sentries
dust,
available.
though, too. Like, they were throwing
That's
dust
true.
left and right the entire time.
But, there'd be then so many BKBs, and then the dust is dispelled, and the Moonlight Shadow
That's
keeps
true.
going. Like, it's so stupid. It's like dusting a Sand King. He just yules himself. Feels bad.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like Slark's always been, like, way worse. Just purge off pretty much anything you want. Time it
that's
right,
pretty-
purge off an Abyssal Blade. That's a very expensive item. That took a long time for me to get, but, whatever.
These annoying, invis awful heroes are just they make Gem such a good item. They could
Yes.
nerf Gem 1,000 times, and it's still a good item.
But it's so scary too, right? Because it's still high risk, high reward. Because if you lose that gem, that's 900 net worth already just gone. And then on top of that, you're giving a gem to your enemies.
The cooldown, yeah. You don't have the Gem cooldown, then you're just screwed, because you got the Gem because you needed it, and now you can't get one.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good to have these heroes. Like Pangolier is pretty difficult to kill. It's just so mobile,
Yeah.
and has magic immunity built into his ultimate. So I think you're okay with your Pango having it.
You need someone slippery, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, the Satanic did just get picked up on the gyrocopter.
That's a big item.
That
That's a
is
really
a
big
big
item.
item. Might be able to keep him alive long enough in these fights, right? Because the CK, you can just see him wailing away on people. He's a very tanky boy.
A Satanic is such an annoying item to deal with on a carry because it makes it so that basically the amount of chain lockdown that you have is not enough to kill the carry from full HP, and then they just press the Satanic active and heal to full HP. It's like a guarantee. It's like an Aegis. You're buying an Aegis almost with how Satanic currently works with the status resist.
Immersion. Ooh. All right, that's Rolling Thunder down, boys.
Immersion's gotta work on that, man.
I think you got well, I mean, that's another thing, too, about having a gem, right? Is you get a little bit nervous holding it. You think, oh my gosh, you know, is it happening? Like, I can't afford for this to slip out of my hands. But that was a big oops. Big oof.
Yeah. I mean, it's a low cooldown. It makes it so that they have to leave the tower. They have to ditch the area, which is probably the most unfortunate aspect of that, but that could be worse. Ergon is a big boy. He's got a Daedalus now, so he's going to do a lot of damage in these fights with that tree volley.
Well, he needs to.
Yeah, maybe that's the combo. Does that work with Empower? If you empower Tiny and he tree volleys?
I don't know.
Does it cleave?
I'm not sure.
I imagine. Maybe.
We'll have to watch in the next fight. There's so much going on in these fights. Like, my computer's, like, exploding practically.
Yeah. We're going to have to blink on the mag soon, too. So this is when the team fights are going to get real spicy for Team Spirit.
Be careful. There's no one showing on the map and a lot of people in this mid lane.
CK went for the Reality Rift Pierce's spell immunity, too.
They smoked. They're looking for a pick. Mirana.
It is a nice smoke. Oh, Mirana!
Ooh, ooh! Just throws out the arrow, lands over onto the CK. And just like that, they're going to back off. They want nothing to do with it. And they're going to go with their own smoke now. Not going to use that Moonlight Shadow just yet. They have to remember, too. Oh, the smoke actually broke. Immersion. It's already on the high ground. Has the invis. They've got the vision on him. They have the gem. They can't afford to lose. Alright, Disruption. Gonna buy a little bit more time now. DUI is immediately just destroyed as they're jumping through. There's gonna be the RP going on the back lines here. Couple nice bounces, but they've got the BKBs out and running. Eurus has that Satanic going, trying to just fight his way through. They've got the Blade Mail too over onto Young. And this is not looking good right now for Eurus. He's got to get himself away. He needs to pull himself out, but he can't. ILTW, he's too powerful. Legion on the back end, gonna try to CC, manages to go get herself a duel, but she's gonna pay for it with her life as the toss-up comes out from Aragon and she just disappears. No buyback on Legion, no buyback on this gyrocopter. And it's just the two big heavy hitters left here.
Yeah,
I'm scared they'll buy
Huskar
back.
Can't do anything. Okay, so yeah, Mirana has to buy back. Spirit, they just play it safe. See, that was... I think that fight should have gone a lot worse for Vici, but the mag RP was... I mean, it was not bad because it was on top of two heroes that were both BKB'd, so it wasted the BKBs. So it's good. It's a good RP. But with that being said, if Tiny had Tree Volley or if CK was anywhere in the area, that would be a devastating RP. That would be Huskar and Legion immediately dead at the start of that fight. So if you're Vici, you're actually thankful that the fight went as well as it did because that could have been so much worse. The RP just... Nobody was there to do any damage.
But if you're Misha, you're so sad right now because you just got the chain frost of your life. And everybody was BKB'd. Nothing happened.
Yeah, feels bad. Feels bad.
Oh, they're invading again, too. They know that they just used a lot in that fight. They've got the vision. ILTW, he just wants to get within range here. Casual arrow, just going to finish off the Centaur.
Yeah, may as well invade the area when two heroes are dead. Get the top wave. Get the top wave. No. And they want to go Rosh. Screw the top wave.
I think that's a good call here. They still have the RP. They still have the Lich ultimate as well. So they could take a fight in the pit. Rolling Thunder's up as well. Looks like the perfect place. Oh, there is a double damage down here in the bottom lane.
Good call.
Okay, all right. It's a nice pick off here. Not going to be able to quite use it, though, as they manage to drive right back in again. Yank, he's got the blade mail up. He's got the BKB. He's going to go in. This is a very tanky CK, though. And look as they push them back, plus the Chain Frost. It's beautiful. The Wombo combo. It finally happens as now the BKB on Eurus is going to wear off. The toss right back. This is looking real bad right now for Vici Gaming. Toss back again. He's drawing him in. That's a triple kill. Can we make it into a quad? No. Not gonna give it to him. All right, cool. That's an easy Rosh for them right now. There's no Legion Commander. There's no Gyrocopter. This CK is online.
Yeah, it's basically. I mean, I don't want to be negative or toxic, NA attitude or whatever, but that's basically the game. I mean, you have this kind of early game sort of snowbally lineup. You give away the third Rosh, 2 heroes dead, no buyback. That's an Aghanim Scepter picked up on the Pangolier now,
God.
the Aghanim Scepter buff. So, I mean, there's so many things going the way of Team Spirit right now. And finally, we saw it in that fight. The tiny tree volley plus the RP, finally. And it just wiped the floor with Vici. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
I just don't know what their solution is for the CK and the Tiny. Like, they're so tanky now. They just don't have the damage any longer.
You basically need, like, you need the Huskar 25, you need the Burning Spear's pure damage,
yeah.
And then you need, like,
Oh, immersion. He spots out this DY here. BKB is coming out from Ori. And they'll try to save DY. Not going to be able to do the trick as they go and the pull back again. Yang pops his own BKB. Isn't quite sure what he can do here, though. Gyro's going to be up in 1 second. Oh, but they're going to lose PYW.
That should be the game.
That should at least be a couple buildings.
2 supports dead for over a minute.
Yeah, if this Gyro dies, it's 100% game. There's no way. He's already popped that Satanic. It's just not, it's tickling him. Look at this CK. He's so tanky, so beefy. This Legion just gonna get tossed up into the air. She's gone, or he's trying, but he's not gonna be able to. There's the GG call. We are going to a full 3-game series, guys. Team Spirit showing some signs of life here.
Yeah, man, really, really good for them. Like holding out, and until the point where they just had the superior team fight advantage, and then they just took good fights. They just kept fighting in Vision, kept fighting on high grounds, and good call from them. Honestly, that call to leave the Rosh pit, that was insanely good discipline. They called Vici out on their smoke to the Rosh pit, and it resulted in an absolutely amazing fight. A lot of I guess lower echelon teams would just stay in the Rosh pit hitting Rosh, or they just back off and be scared. But they're like, nope, Vici's smoking to this Rosh. We're fighting them right now. And it ended the game.
I'm very impressed with the way that Spirit played that again, because, you know, if you look at both of these drafts on paper, Vici Gaming looks like they should have just totally steamrolled them, but the way that they played, the way that they stayed really focused, you can tell, again, ILTW has been playing so much Chaos Knight, and you can really see in the way that he's been playing, the way that he's been farming, and knowing when to join in on these fights. He just knew that his time would come. He had faith in it, had faith in the rest of his team to, you know, provide him with what he needed. And then he just showed up. And hats off again to Aragon, too, on this Tiny. He was pushing out so much damage. That Ags, plus the Empower was absolutely disgusting.
I really like the itemization on these guys in this game. They itemized to just survive the early game, and then when it was late game, they had all the late game items like Daedalus on Tiny, Aghanims, CK with like Scotty, and it just got to the point that Vici, like, if the fight even went well for Vici, they weren't gonna win. You know, there's just no way because of the items.
All right, well, we're going to a game 3, guys, so we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to see, can Team Spirit, I would call it an upset, right, if Spirit was able to take this series? What do you think?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Vici's supposed to win TI, you know?
Yeah.
This was the team that everybody was predicting.
Well, let's see if they can get back into the swing of things. I'm sure ROTK has got some words for them, and we'll be back with game number 3, guys.